Hi folks, Charlie Shelton here, Zippity Doodad, back once again at Universal Studios Hollywood. It's mega movie summer, so we got a lot going on there, and we've also got some new developments in CityWalk. Let's take a walk around and see what we can find. So the first thing we noticed was, even before we left the parking structure, all the guests are being funneled to the new CityWalk entrance. They've got a new security entryway here. Instead of going through the metal detectors and all that right before you go into the park, now you do it before you go even into CityWalk. This is similar to Disneyland, where you go through the metal detectors at the parking esplanade. Now Universal is doing the same thing. I've seen them building on this structure for quite a while. I had an inkling of what it was going to be, but now it's confirmed that it is a security entryway. So they funnel you directly through the parking lot, and they put you through security here. You go through the metal detectors, same as before. And then also, if we take a look over the side here, this complex is also where you're going to board the shuttles to go to the hotel or to get on the tram that takes you to the bottom of the hill to the metro lot. And then from there, after you go through security, they funnel you into CityWalk. So this is now the new entrance into CityWalk for Jurassic Parking. This is the only way in. There's also one for the Curious George and E.T. structures over here where iFly used to be. That has since been demolished, right here next to Margaritaville. This is the entryway for those two structures as well. And then as we're leaving, this is just at the end of the day, you're going to go out through the same way, and it's just a simple turnstile to get you out back into the parking structure. The other two entrances, the one by Cane's and the one by the NBC Grill, are both permanently closed, and this actually led to a little bit of sadness with our family. It's closed.
I love dancing.
Well, you're the only person I've ever met who's passionate about a parking lot entrance area. Other than me, of course. CityWalk is in the grip of FIFA fever right now for the World Cup. We were here on the day of the Mexico and South Korea game, so I mean everybody in LA was excited for this one, and everywhere there was a giant screen there was just crowds of people standing around to watch it. It was nice to see all of LA come together and watch the game. There's also a Telemundo booth here by the cinemas. This is like a photo op booth for Telemundo. You take your picture there, and they give you a digital copy and also a physical printout of the picture. And then as you're on your way out, you also get a little souvenir. You can either get a fan or one of these rally towels, like a sweat towel kind of a thing. And you get your choice. And now because of this, both of my sons have asked to watch Telemundo almost every day. Neither one of them speak Spanish fluently, but we've been watching Telemundo for the World Cup as often as possible and watching the old recordings of the past games. So they really enjoyed it. It was a nice little activation. While we were down in this part of CityWalk, we had to stop through Toothsome to check out their new seasonal milkshake, which this month is the Pride Milkshake. It is a very rainbow fruity pebble vanilla shake, and it's gorgeous. It was well reviewed by my family. So this is entering the park. All those gates and that security reroute is gone. The security checkpoints are still there for anybody parking in the fancy up close lots, but poor sinners like me who just park in the regular Jurassic parking don't have to go through security because we already did it. So I can just walk straight up to the gates of Universal as though 9/11 never happened. So we're here for Mega Movie Summer, which I did a full rundown of last year. It's kind of the same thing this year. Extra appreciation for some of the hits that Universal has had, these mega movie blockbusters that they've had over the years. Of course, this year they're celebrating not only the ride, but the 25th anniversary of Fast and Furious, and we've got the coaster opening hopefully any time now. So here in Universal Plaza, they've got some of the cars from Too Fast, Too Furious, and you can walk up and see them and take pictures. This is all just kind of it feels like a rehash festival, but it's really a love letter to the things that have made Universal a staple. And it's a great place where, the lines get blurred. Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein dancing to a Fast and Furious dance party, like it's a great confluence of all of these different properties that don't usually interact all in one place. It's not necessarily, like a canon thing. They're not trying to push anything on you. It's just a fun little festival. It's something to experience over the summer. It's just a nice time to see how these things interact. And of course, we can't forget what Fast and Furious is always about. It's for the family. We've got some Halloween Horror Nights construction going up around the park. It's too early to speculate on any of that. And here at Mel's Diner, I was actually here just a couple of weeks ago for the past member exclusive drink, the Cherry Fizz Cola. You can find the review of that on my channel. You can see right here. But they've changed their menu up. They've brought in some stuff for Mega Movie Summer. They've brought some of the favorite dishes from the Amity Island Cafe. So they've got the shark bite, the Amity Island funnel cake, the lobster roll, some of the stuff that they had brought out last year for Jaws' 50th anniversary over at Hollywood and Dine. They did the Amity Island Cafe, and I tried several of the items at that time. You can find this video on my channel as well with a food review of some of the best ofs of the Jaws food that you can now find over at Mel's. And of course, this year, Hollywood and Dine is the Fast and Furious Drift and Dine, and I did a food review of this as well. They've added some dishes since then, but you can find the review of this on my channel as well. We hit up the studio tour, and it's fun as always, but there's really not a whole lot new to report on other than the destruction of Six Points, Texas. They're taking out some of the buildings in the middle, and I get it, Westerns aren't as popular. They're not filming there as much anymore, but seeing these historic sets torn down is really hits me in the heart, and then just driving past these walls is a little sad. So if you have the opportunity, I would say definitely go on the studio tour, see these sets while they're still there. I hope the ones that are still there are going to be there for a while. And then the only other cool new thing to report is they've got a boat from the Odyssey, from Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. They filmed in Falls Lake, and then they just pulled it up on the shore, and now you can see it right there. So that's a nice little addition. So looking to the future, they did just announce the Stranger Things 5 house for Halloween Horror Nights, and they added to the Infernal Carousel, Vecna, and the Demo Dog, so you can add those into your diorama if you're collecting that. This is joining Sinners, which has already been announced, and that was the first one that came out, the first announcement. Sinners, of course, got a t-shirt and a hat as their merch, and Stranger Things 5 is getting a t-shirt here with the Mind Flayer, and also a mug with the Mind Flayer and the Never Go Alone logo. So we've had 2 announced so far out of the 7 that we know are going to be on the Infernal Carousel. Okay, that's all we got from here at Universal Studios and Universal CityWalk. Got a lot more coming your way on the channel from Universal, from Knott's Berry Farm, and we're waiting for that any day now, an announcement on when the Fast and Furious coaster is opening. So as soon as we get any of that, I'll post it right here. Thanks for riding along. We'll see you next time.